Today, I'm doing something crazy that I'm actually very nervous for. I hired an extremely talented special effects artist who you guys are going to meet in a few short minutes. I'm putting my face in your hands. Oh my God. Wow, I look like I just gave a really good sister suck. Oh, I know your is not giving me a double chin.
She's getting it all today, ladies.
That's my worst nightmare. I don't know why I'm so nervous for this.
Dude, what? Wait, do you know what you're wearing?
No, it's your job.
What's up, bros? Welcome to BeautyCon.
We're on the way right now to BeautyCon, and I'm not even gonna lie, like I'm feeling really nervous right now. I never ever get nervous, and I'm just praying that we don't get caught, because if we do, it's literally over, and this whole entire thing is ruined. We just got here, we have to find the entrance now. I don't really know where we're going. I'm very scared, if I'm gonna be honest, but let's get this over with.
We can also ask someone.
Where's the ramp? Maybe this way?
Yeah, let's ask.
I'm literally shaking. I feel like he's gonna get recognized at any point. Like, I just think I'm so like staring at everyone just to make sure that they don't recognize him, but I feel like that's gonna make things even worse.
I'm very nervous. I don't get nervous. Why am I nervous? I'm so nervous. What's up, baby? You're kind of hot.
Ow. Oh my God.
He's so hot.
Hey, kitty girl.
Oh my.
Hey, what's good?
I'm so scared. I don't think I recognize you at all.
I'm so nervous right now. I'm gonna scream.
The only reason why, I'm a mess. The only reason why I recognize him is because he literally sent me a Snapchat like this earlier, and I was like, holy shit, ew. And then like, I recognize you from, you don't look like you at all.
Good.
I'm dying. Oh my God.
We're not here. You never saw us. We've officially gotten here to BeautyCon, and I'm freaking the f out. Okay, should we go? Hello, Miss Raw Beauty by Christy. Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
My name is Steven.
Hi, Steven. This is the best thing you've ever done.
I know, right? So good. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions for a magazine interview?
Yeah, of course. What magazine are you with?
Glitter Glam magazine. We're new. It's a startup company on Twitter right now.
I think I've heard of you guys.
What brands and like people are you really excited to see here today at BeautyCon?
I'm really excited for Flower Beauty. I love Drew Barrymore.
I do too. She's so funny. Did you see Drew Barrymore's video with Nikki Tutorials?
I heard about that. I haven't seen it.
You didn't watch it yet?
No.
Wow. It's a pretty good video.
Okay, I'll watch it for sure.
Other than Nikki, who were other influencers that you enjoy watching?
Summer McKean's pretty cool. She's awesome. I love like beauty influencers. James Charles is pretty cool. I like.
How many followers you got on Instagram?
Have 56.
That's so crazy. I only have like 739, I think, when I checked last night or something. That's so cool.
That's just something.
That's really cool. Do you think maybe you could give me a shout out when the interview goes live?
Yeah, of course.
Really? Do you mind if I ask you guys a few questions for Glitter Glam magazine?
Sure, that's fine.
Sure, that's fine.
Have you heard of our magazine before?
I think I have, yeah.
Yeah, you probably have. It's pretty big. Orion Carlotto. Hi, my name is Stephen Brockwell from Glitter Glam magazine. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Of course, yeah. You remind me of somebody.
Who? I'm so excited! Excuse me, Loey. Hi, my name is Steven with Glitter Glam magazine. I would love if I could ask you a few questions.
Would you stop it? I love you so much. You stupid idiot. I hate
I had you for a second.
I was like, who is this weirdo? I was like, how do you know it?
I had you for a second.
Like 2 seconds.
Excuse me, Amber. Hi, my name is Steven with Glitter Glam magazine. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Yeah!
I was like, what the hell? And then I was like, on my life, I was like, who is this crazy man?
My name is Stephen Brockmore with... I've changed my last name, I think, 4 times now. Does the makeup look good at least?
Honestly, I would have never known for like at least a solid probably 3 minutes until I was like, wait.
I literally
Love that.
walked up, I was like, who is about to interview Amber? I'm like, no, wait a minute, just stop.
I watched a lot of James Charles tutorials. I don't know if you know who that is, but
That name does not sound familiar. I've only heard of Jeffree Star and Patrick Star.
no. James Charles is my number one. He a real cute.
Hello, Lauren. Lauren? Hi, my name is Stephen Brockwell with Glitter Glam Magazine. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
James.
Ah!
You look good though. You look good, sister.
How did you figure it out within 3 seconds?
Because your voice, and you knew my name straight away. I was like,
You're very famous.
I felt really famous for a second.
Hello, Ruben. My name is Stephen Brockwell with Glitter Glam Magazine. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I've heard about your work before. I saw you on LN.
Oh, did you? Oh,
You're very talented.
thanks.
Yeah, is this your first time at BeautyCon here in Los Angeles?
Yes, it is. I'm so excited.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love your makeup. You look fantastic.
Oh, thank you, darling.
So, when did you start doing makeup? Can I ask?
I think I was on 8.
8 years old. You've been doing glam for 5 years.
Yeah, because I watched like DIY videos, and then like I saw like a DIY foundation, so I learned makeup.
That's pretty incredible. As a boy in makeup, who were like your biggest inspirations?
I love James Charles, Jeffree Star for sure. I love Gabriel Zamora. I love everyone.
I love that. Who do you think is the best YouTuber in the community right now?
Okay, James Charles is killing it though. Like, oh my God, there's views. Like, like his video ideas are sick. Yeah.
That's it?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Did it really just take you that long?
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, wait, hang on. The eye. I was like, oh my God.
Hey, girl.
Hey, oh my God, it's so nice to meet you.
Okay, let's go to talk to Nikita. Hello, Nikita Dragon. Hi. My name is Steven. Can I ask you a few questions for Glitter Glam Magazine?
No, we can't. Sorry, sir.
You can't do that? You can't. I can't ask you questions from Glitter Glam Magazine. We're a very big publication right now on YouTube. Sister, I'm a very big fan of your work.
What do you want to ask?
Well, I would just love to know, like, are you excited for BeautyCon Los Angeles today?
I'm performing tomorrow.
That's really awesome.
Are you coming to my performance?
I will be there.
Thank you so much, sister. Should I not know? I was trying to act very diva-ish.
I love that your team almost attacked me. That's pretty good. Am I in good disguise?
No, I only saw you from the side, and I was like, who is this person getting so close?
Good. We've seen only a few people so far, and almost all of them have figured it out eventually. I need to just grow the balls and go up to strangers, I think. I'm literally freaking out and I don't know why. I've never been like this while filming a video before. I don't know why I'm so scared. I have no problem going up to all these YouTubers that I know and trying to fool them, but I don't know why I cannot go up to someone that I don't know right now. But normally, if it was me, I could go up to anybody. This video is getting really deep really fast for some reason, which I was not expecting, and now I'm kind of scared. Maybe this wasn't the best idea. I feel really stupid now. Kelly, I don't want to film anymore. No, I think we need to go home. No, cut the cameras. I think we just need to go home. So I just got home and I just took a shower. I am now back to regular old Sister James, and today's video took a turn that I was really not expecting it to take, but it's definitely one that I think I want to sit down and talk about. Before I say anything about what kind of just went on, I first want to say a major thank you to Channing Judith, who was my special effects artist for today's video. She is literally so incredibly talented and one of the nicest people I've ever met in the entire world. Yes, of course, today's video did not exactly work out like I wanted it to, but it had no correlation to the makeup whatsoever at all. It was my own personal issues that we'll get into in a second. And I just want to say thank you to her for taking the time out of her day to make those prosthetics, to mold my face, to apply that. That took 5 hours this morning. And it was truly one of the coolest processes in makeup that I've ever been a part of. And it actually got me so into special effects makeup. I definitely want to do more research and learn a lot about it, but major shout out to Channing. And I also want to say a major thank you as well to BeautyCon for their entire team for not not only hooking me and my team up with talent passes very, very last second, and also for letting us film. That was super, super awesome. And this concept was something that I really wanted to do, was super excited about. So I was really happy that they were supportive of me as a creator to allow me to do that in their convention today. All that being said, I don't really talk about my feelings that often on YouTube. I am very much an open book, but usually an open book of positivity and creativity and marketing and all sorts of things that I talk about all the time in my videos, but it's not very often that you guys see me being vulnerable. And the truth is that I don't really like being vulnerable. I myself have never before suffered with anxiety. I know a lot about it because a lot of really important people in my life have it. Of course, I've been nervous and I've been anxious for different things happening, but I've never really suffered with true anxiety. And today, I think what I had was an anxiety attack, and I'm still really confused about it. I'm still a little bit shaken up. I'm still sister shook. This is not the time for jokes, sorry. But that's just how I cope with these type of things. And I just wanted to sit down and kind of talk to you guys about it, because for the past 2 or so hours on the way home from BeautyCon to getting untransformed to then taking a shower and cleaning myself up, I've been thinking a lot about why today went how it did and how I feel about it. And I think I've actually been able to successfully kind of like really dig into why I was so nerve-wracking, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about it in case anybody else has a similar situation, a similar scenario, because this video was supposed to start off very, very lighthearted, super positive. I wanted to start off by going into the convention and interviewing different influencers, seeing if my friends recognized me, and then eventually going to a bunch of the different brands, talking to brands about who their influencers that they love working with were, asking if I, myself, Steve, could be on PR lists. I really wanted to go into the public area of BeautyCon and really talk to fans, but for some reason, when I walked into just the backstage kind of like talent area, something came over me, and I was even experiencing this in the car on the way there. I was really, really nervous, but something came over me once I walked in that was like a feeling, probably the most similar feeling that I've ever experienced this in was when I landed in Africa after the Ebola scandal. Like I was saying, BeautyCon was in on this video. I told them a few days ago that I was gonna do this. They gave me the okay, which I was super appreciative of. The first step of my video, of course, was to talk to different influencers that I knew. Because all of them know me very, very, very well, all of them pretty much caught on quickly, which was funny, but also was a little bit disheartening because I really, really tried to hide myself. Almost every single one of them said that it was my voice that gave it away, which of course me and Channing were talking about earlier. We knew if there's gonna be anything that was gonna give it away, it would be my voice. Let's be real. This face can be transformed, but this annoying ass voice is not going anywhere, no matter how much I try to change it, no matter how much I deepen it, no matter what country I try to pretend like I'm from. It's me. And it gave it away pretty quickly, which already kind of put me in a weirdish mood going into it. I got a little bit discouraged, but I was still ready to go, super excited. Things kind of got a little bit awkward and escalated for me personally once I sat down and talked to my really good friend, Nikita Dragon. Now, me and Nikita have been friends for literally 3 years now. She's probably one of the first influencers I ever met. I remember going to my first ever Gen Beauty, like I was talking about in the last video, and Nikita was so sweet to me. She invited me to her birthday party that night, and I couldn't go because I was underage, but she was just super, super welcoming. And Nikita and I have grown really, really close over the past few years. We tell each other everything. I know her family. So when I went up to her, I had actually made eye contact with Nikita's mom, and she kind of made a face like, I know this person, but I don't know this person, so I was like, shh. So she knew something was up. And when I went to sit down with her, Nikita, I know, figured it out right away, but Nikita, if you know her, is very playful. She loves drama, she loves acting, she's super, super funny. So when I sat down with her to ask her if I could interview her, she was like, oh yes, of course. And she knew exactly what was going on, but her management team was like, oh no, we're not doing any questions right now. And Nikita's assistant was also right there, and she shot me a super, super nasty look. Because I knew Nikita knew what was going on, I kept talking to her, and because I'm so close to Nikita, I was getting closer to her and asking her questions, even though both her management team and her assistant told me to stop, which is totally my fault for not realizing, like, hello, they're not supposed to know that it's me. Looking at it now, I am so glad that that happened, because I was a very, very creepy looking, busted, crusted, dusted man asking very, very forceful questions, which should not be happening to anybody in the entire world. And I'm really, really glad that Nikita had a publicist and a security guard there to be like, get out of here, gross weirdo, stop talking to my client. But in the moment, because I myself was still James in a different body per se, it was a very, very uncomfortable moment for me. Of course, once things started escalating, Nikita told them what was going on and we all laughed about it and it was fine, but it still kind of left a weird feeling in my stomach. And after Nikita, I moved on to a few different smaller influencers that I have seen on my Explore page and that I know by name, but I've never really met in person and don't have like a close relationship with, if that makes sense. I was already uncomfortable, but these conversations is what really messed with my head really badly and made me want to leave so bad and kind of ruin the whole thing. Of course, I was able to fool a few people who didn't quite catch on at first. I know Ruben Debate, who's another really little boy in makeup, was literally saying the sweetest things about me and he did not even realize I literally adore him. He is so sweet and that made my day so much. But unfortunately, his conversation was probably the first one out of all the influencers that I talked to after that, and they were not like that at all. I'm not including any of the footage in this video because the point of this was not to expose anybody or start drama. It was literally a lighthearted video that unfortunately had a turn, but like 90% of the influencers that I went up to trying to ask interview questions with were so beyond rude and so nasty and mean. It definitely was a little bit of an ego trip, which I will 100% admit, because me, as someone who was already scared to do this video in the first place, was walking around a beauty convention with a camera woman and a writer and a microphone, and that was it. While a lot of these follower influencers that had like 100,000 followers that have talked so poorly about me in the past, but I still wanted to interview because I thought it would be good for the video, had full security teams around them, which I found a little bit strange. And when I went up to them trying to ask them if they would do the interview, it was either the influencers themselves being very, very nasty. And keep in mind, yes, of course, I'm a crusty, dusted, busted old man asking a young kid to do an interview. It's okay to say no, I do not blame them, but it could have been a simple, no, thank you, I don't have time right now. But it was either them being really, really nasty or their security guard, which they definitely did not need, being also nasty as well. It was just a weird situation. I'm gonna be honest when I'm saying this, and I know that I get a lot of comments about this, so I kind of want to explain where I'm coming from because I never address this and I always just delete the comments because I find it annoying, but I do understand why. This experiment was a major ego check for me, but also a confidence check for me. And my confidence comes from my work, which has built my reputation. When I first joined the beauty industry a few years ago, I was a boy, of course, and I was also 16 years old. So because of that, a lot of people already didn't take me seriously. And those are factors obviously that I cannot control. But there's also a lot of things that I could control that were my own fault that kind of ruined my reputation in the industry very, very early on. I got involved with a lot of drama. I fought with a lot of different influencers, of course now that I'm okay with, but a lot of influencers. And because of that, a lot of influencers, of course, work very closely with brands, which you guys all know. So I lost out on a lot of huge branded opportunities. And I also had, of course, we all know this, a lot of scandals as well. So despite the fact that I was gaining followers pretty quickly from viral posts, I didn't exactly have the best reputation internally. And although I was getting hate online, what I truly cared about is the people around me. And that's always the type of person that I bet. I remember on Twitter and Instagram when I was first starting off, there were so many influencers that I was once really close friends with, and then the next day on Twitter, they'd be tweeting about how I was a horrible person because they saw a scandal and they wanted to join in and be a part of that bandwagon. Or so many parties that I would go to and talk to people that I thought were my friend, and then they would end up talking about me badly on Snapchat that same night behind my back. Well, I guess not behind my back, in front of millions of people. I guess early on, I just didn't have the best experience coming into the industry. And it's something that I've had to kind of deal with and fix those relationships and also build back my reputation through hard work over the past 3 years. A long time ago when I kind of had this like reality check of, oh my God, James, you're getting into so much drama, like stop. I really had to make a mental note to get away from it and stop saying things about people and stop talking about other people and stop being shady and rude. It's just unnecessary. And one of my ways to kind of cope with that and to fix it was to kind of take a step back from the beauty community and really focus on my true friends outside of the industry and not really attend many events and not do that many brand deals anymore. And that's kind of the way that I've rolled for the past probably year or so, just like really private with my team and the people that I love the most. But today kind of reminded me exactly why I stopped going to those events, because just the feeling in the air and the attitude and the egos and the entitlement from some of the people, you can just tell that it's just I don't even know how to explain it to you guys. It's just a feeling that you get. You just feel like you're not wanted in a room and that your presence to somebody else is not taken seriously. For their sake, I just hope that like myself, they realize how ugly it is, and we'll try to turn that around, because take it from me, as someone who has been down that path, you will have to do a lot of work to fix that one day, and that work is not fun. Because of both things that I couldn't control, such as my age, but also things that were 100% my fault, such as my scandals and also my dramatic attitude in the beginning, I've had to work twice as hard as everybody else for the past 3 years to build back my reputation, to show people that I'm not a horrible kid, and to show people that I do have talent and that I want to work hard and that I deserve to be where I am today. And I know that I always preach this as well, like, move silently and let your success speak for itself, but I will admit that that's always a battle that I've had to fight internally, and I, of course, do always catch myself, and I try to stay humble, and I try to really put my ego aside, but it's not really me thinking that I'm the best and thinking that, like, I'm the queen. It's me defending that position because of the fact that I had so many things working against me when I first started. And I think that that's something that I really realized today, and something that I kind of need to get over in my existence, to really not depend on my reputation, because at the end of the day, I love what I do and I work so hard for what I do, and there'll always be people following and supporting me no matter what. And I think this has been a really great ego check for me, because I quickly realized that today was triggering for me because it wasn't me. James Charles is confident. I love myself. I am so happy around my fans and around strangers. I can be bubbly, I can be myself. I'm not ashamed of that, and I love who I am. And I can talk to anybody, and that's why I do my strangers do my makeup videos, because they're so much fun. And I get to travel to new places and experience new people, and also meet you sisters along the way. But for some reason today, having to play a different persona and to kind of hide everything that I've worked over the past few years to show people was so weird, and I could not do it. And it was literally like taking my persona of talking fast, of using their hands and having their nails on and having their jewelry that they've worked hours and hours and hours of sleepless nights for, and being able to wear a full face of makeup and style their hair really nicely and have cute clothes, and all of a sudden having to throw that all away to having nobody know who I am, have nobody know what I've worked for, what I stand for, and having to be a totally different person who is literally polar opposite of myself. I could not do it. It was weird, and I felt genuinely trapped under all that makeup and all that hair and that beard, and I felt like I was literally becoming Steve, who nobody knew and a lot of people were treating very, very poorly. And it kind of brought me back to how I was feeling in the beginning of the industry, feeling very, very unwelcomed, feeling unliked, feeling unwanted. And my brain just started running at 1,000,000 miles per hour, and that's kind of where the anxiety attack came from. And that's why I needed to get out of that situation and get that makeup off and come back as me. And not because I needed to feel famous or because I needed the attention, but because I have worked so hard over the past few years to fix myself. I'm not even gonna stop talking because it's hard. I've worked so hard to fix that reputation and really show people my true colors, and show people that I am a good person, and show people that I do have so much love in my heart. And I know that that should come across naturally, and it's not something that I should worry about or care about, but I can't sit here and pretend like it's not something that is bothering to me, because it really is. I do care about how people think of me and how people look at me, and I wish I could say that I didn't. I'm sure we all do. And I do have a very, very thick skin that I've had to build because I was forced to grow up in an industry very, very quickly. But at the end of the day, it still does get to me from time to time. And it's something that I've had to deal with, and it's been a constant battle internally. And a lot of the battle was 100% my fault. And I know that, and I'm okay with that. But it's been a hard battle to fight. And it's been a battle that I finally felt like within the past few months I started to win. And today, all of a sudden, I went back to square one, and it was like losing the battle altogether. At the end of the day, although this experience was very, very hard for me to go through, I think I learned 3 very, very valuable lessons. One being, I myself now need to really fight this internal battle more than ever, of not only letting my success really speak for itself and not having to worry about my reputation, but really not letting my confidence come from my work. Because really looking back at today, I'm now realizing that I do have a major issue of that, And a lot of my confidence does come from the fact that I've had a fight to get to where I am today, and it feels like a battle that I finally won. And whenever you win, of course, you feel really, really powerful. You feel great, and you feel just on top of the world. And that's what I've been feeling the past few months, because you guys are always so supportive of me, and you guys are really enjoying my content, and that makes me so proud as a content creator. And I feel like we won that battle together, but I don't want my internal confidence to come from that battle. I need that confidence to come from self-love, and that is something that I will be working on definitely after filming this video today, because that's bad and it shouldn't be that way. 2, I kind of re-experienced a lesson that I had learned many, many years ago, very, very early on, that I thought everybody else was on the same page as, but I was clearly wrong. And that is that no matter who you're talking to, you always need to be polite, no matter who they are, what they look like, what their size is, what their color is, what their makeup looks like, what their hair looks like, because you never know who you're really talking to. You never know who someone's related to. You never know who someone's working with, and you never know what opportunities or what friendship someone could bring you in the future. And as an influencer in the space, take me out of the equation, because I would say the same thing to any other smaller influencer. There were a lot of really small influencers today that I have loved and that I thought were so talented and that were so incredibly rude, and those people ruined a relationship with me that could be very valuable to them or could be a really great friend to them. I love making new friends. I'm a pretty good person, if I do say so myself, and I've done the same thing early on to a lot of different people, and I ruined a lot of relationships and friendships and reputations, being my own, that I had to fix for a very, very long time. So I really hope that that's a lesson that a lot of people were able to take from this video, because it's a valuable one, and you should always treat people how you want to be treated. That's something that I have really taught myself to live by within the past few years of the beauty community, because it's a dog-eat-dog world, and at the end of the day, you just need to be supportive of everyone, because we're all in the same business and we're all fighting together. And last but finally not least, 3, I learned that I should never, ever in my entire life let my facial hair grow out to a full beard, because it looks the absolute worst. All right, guys, I think that is all I have for this video today. I hope you enjoyed this kind of more like one-on-one conversation. I don't really do this very often, and like I was saying, it's because I don't really like coming across as vulnerable. I like being really positive. I like inspiring you guys. I like making you guys happy, and this stuff for me is something that I don't really like talking about, but at the end of the day, if it can help anybody, that's why I want to talk about it. And I really hope you guys are able to learn some lessons from this video, because Lord knows I did, that I will definitely be taking with me, and I hope you enjoyed it. I want to say another thank you to Channing, who is literally so talented. Please go check her out. I'm going to leave all of her links in the description box below. Show her some love. She did such an amazing job on the transformation. I also want to thank BeautyCon for letting me attend today. They were all so sweet. And I want to thank you guys for following and supporting me since day one, from the drama to the internal battle of having to work my way up to where I am today. And it really means a lot that you guys have been with me through all that and have seen through me and have seen my intentions and my love and my passion for what I do. So thank you guys. Oh, I don't want to start crying. Ew. What the heck? Thank you. Ew, what the thank you guys for watching today's video. I love you, and I guess I will see you in the next one. Bye.